So what we'll be working on today is something that we worked just before we closed the gym. It's like sort of most common attacks from side control, but as well with a lot of control. So first what I would like to show you is how to advance positionally from side control, and then after that we're gonna look into some submissions. So when I'm in side control and controlling my opponent, we know that always the rule is that I don't want to allow to my opponent to turn towards me. If he turns his hips towards me, he can put his knee in. So either I'm gonna control his hips, or something which is even easier is if I grab deep, I grab his armpit and put the pressure on his chin. Now if he wants to turn, he can't turn because he can't turn his head. Okay, even if he's pushing into my hip, I can still be very, very heavy with this. And what actually it allows me to block his hips with my other hand. And then from here, one of the advancing positions is if I'm able to go and put my knee on belly. I never go directly for knee on belly, because here I'm sort of losing the balance and he can react with this hand, block that knee. I'm losing pressure here. What I like to do is always to use this hand to block his hips and as well block his legs. If he tries, to lift this leg, I'm not allowing him that with my forearm. So I actually increase the pressure and then I put my knee on his belly. From here, I slide myself up and grab the collar, where again, I'm gonna make him turn his head. So now when he tries to hip escape, it's very easy for me to follow. I don't wanna be shallow here. I wanna connect my foot to his thigh and be able to balance out with this leg. This leg shouldn't be here, it should be here. So I'm in side control, I want to create pressure with my shoulder. After that, I'm blocking his hips and legs in the same time. I actually go further forward, not to the side, because there I'm going to lose my balance. I put my knee next to my forearm, I go up, and then I grab the collar. From here, I'm able to balance out. If he tries to turn towards me and push my knee, it's hard for him because I am controlling the collar. So now when I get here, there are like two really common attacks where I can attack Kimura very easily, and he actually gives me that if he starts pushing into my knee. So I can do two things. I can allow him to push and sort of shift my weight, where I'm gonna grab it as he's pushing. And now from here, I have my options where I can go around, post on his bicep, and then if he holds here, I never want to start breaking the grip in that direction, but first I want to create the separation and then submit him here. As well, I don't have to do this, I can go behind and start doing different kinds of attack when I have that grip. So basically the main thing about this, we're not going to be dealing with the Kimura trap. I just want to show you the way how to grab it. So when he starts pushing, I actually shift my weight and then get it. I can fall on side or I can stay on top, going across his bicep with my knee. From there, if I want to break the grips, I'm pinching with my knees. I have a strong grip here with my wrist in. Chest is connected to the tricep, and then I disconnect his arm from the grip he has. From there, I come back and finish him. The other way to do it, and sometimes it can be faster, is if he doesn't really push, but yet you see how he comes shallow here? It's easier to bring his arm down. I don't have to go away from him. As I push it down, I'm actually sliding it a little bit more till I put my elbow on the ground. Then again, I go down and I already have the arm. I don't have to go around and deal with his grips. Now from here, I can as well continue circling, or I can just step over, lift my opponent up, and submit him here. What is important here is that I don't try to submit him here. I want to step over, bring him here, and try to bend his arm as much as I can. Wrist in as well. Then I submit from there. Like, these are super common attacks, and you know, when you start feeling very comfortable with knee on belly, and your opponent sees that you're that you have very good balance, he'll need to react. As soon as he touches your knee, you can go for one or for the other. If your opponent, if I'm here and I'm balancing out and he's constantly protecting his neck, you know, maybe I can go for some kind of attacks. I can actually advance to mount from here as well. I just go, slide my hands, and as I'm blocking this arm, he can't put it on my knee. From there, I go to mount. So if he's pushing, I do one or second variation of Kimura. If he's keeping his arms up, I can't go for my chokes. Just go under the arm, connect my hands, and continue to the mount. Just one important detail when I'm doing that. So as I cross my hands, it's not good to cross them here. See how loose this is? So I go high, and then I bring them hands to me, chest towards him. Now I bring this leg close to his hips. I slide my leg, and I don't give him opportunity to trap it. Go out and up in mount.